I suddenly heard the doorbell ring at Jake and Lisa's house. On this ordinary evening, when everything seemed so calm, this sound caused me genuine surprise. Lisa and Jake, my sister and her husband, expressed the same thing on their faces when I met their gaze. We cautiously headed for the door, having no idea who could be behind it. When Jake opened the door, Anna, my brother Mike's ex-wife, was standing in front of us, and some tension was visible on her face. Neither of us expected such an unexpected visit. Anna stood in front of us like a ghost from the past, and I couldn't hide my shock. Her eyes looked tired, and her hands were shaking when she tried to smile, but the smile came out somehow artificially. We were all on guard, not knowing what to expect. "Anna, what are you doing here?" Jake asked, trying to contain his emotions. Anna took a deep breath, as if preparing for something unpleasant. "I need to talk," she whispered, as if afraid that her words might destroy our peace of mind. We invited her inside, and she started telling her story. Her words were shocking, and they slowly began to add up to a mystery that we were ready to solve. Anna claimed to have discovered a mysterious letter that is strongly connected with us, and she brought it with her. This letter, she claimed, could change everything. We had no choice but to listen to what she meant. We gathered in the living room, as if holding our breath, ready to listen to what Anna considered so important. Her hands were shaking as she took out an old, battered letter from her bag. The letter she claimed to have found in Mike's house after their divorce. The letter was slightly yellowed, with cracked paper and ancient seals. Anna unfolded it, and we saw a small handwriting that was familiar to us. It was Mike's handwriting. I do not know how this letter ended up in his house after the divorce, but I think it can change our understanding of the past, Anna began. She began to read the letter aloud, and every word penetrated our hearts like a sudden gust of wind. The letter mentioned some mysterious amount of money hidden somewhere in the house, and we were unable to find out what it could have been spent on. The words in the letter left us in a state of shock. Why did Mike write this letter, and why did it go unnoticed after his divorce from Anna? We all exchanged looks full of mixed feelings. "Mike has always hidden a lot from us," Lisa whispered, folding her arms over her chest. The mystery of the letter became a kind of key to the past, and we knew that now we would have to solve this puzzle to understand what was really happening. We decided that we need to find answers to solve this mystery that has remained unsolved for so long. Sarah, the daughter of Jake and Lisa, came to the table and began to look at the letter as if it was some kind of mysterious card game. Her bright mind and analytical mindset have always been useful to us. "It talks about some money, but nothing concrete," Sarah said. Mike carefully scanned the letter, trying to find some hidden hints. Lisa and Jake, along with Anna, discussed possible places where money could be hidden. What if it's all just Mike's fantasy? Maybe he was just trying to influence Anna or us, Jake suggested. No, Mike wouldn't be so melodramatic. He has always been a man of action, Anna objected. We started going through the memories of the past, trying to remember if there were any moments that could explain the mysterious letter. The solution seemed to us somewhere very close, but still undiscovered. Anna began to talk about what misunderstandings existed between her and Mike in those days. She recalled long-standing arguments and secret conversations that always ended in a strange silence. Mike was always mysterious, as if he had his own world that no one could look into, she said with a bitter smile. We found out that Mike had been hiding his financial problems from Anna for a long time so as not to bother her. It turns out that he invested money in some dubious project, which eventually went bankrupt, leaving him in debt. Mike, in turn, began to talk about how his debts hung over him like a dreaming thunderstorm, and how he felt unable to cope with the situation. He didn't even tell his own family about it. I was afraid of destroying everything we were before, Mike admitted. Secrets and misunderstandings began to be revealed one by one, and we learned that each of us kept his painful secrets. This frankness brought us closer to each other, as if previously invisible barriers had begun to break down. Sarah, my daughter, turned out to be a key figure in uncovering the mystery that was gathering around us. Her analytical mind and determination helped us move forward in the excavation of the past. She began to analyze the letter from the point of view of logic and reason. We discussed every word, every phrase, as if it were a mysterious cipher that we had to solve. Sarah highlighted several key points from the letter that could point to the place where the money could be hidden. We resolutely set out to investigate each of these hints. As we dug up memories and paid attention to details, events that we had long forgotten surfaced. Mike told us about the conversation that took place between him and his old friend, who mysteriously disappeared from their lives. We lost touch with him a long time ago, but he was part of our past, Mike recalled. Sarah continued to analyze this information and concluded that the money could be related to some kind of joint project that they were conducting together with this friend. We realized that this was an important step in our investigation. As we revealed more and more details of the secret that had remained hidden for years, the main question that became the topic of our conversations arose. Why did Anna return, and why did she tell about the secret right now? Her appearance and the opening of the letter seemed to be a fateful event, but we could not understand how she found herself back in our lives after many years of separation. Anna carried a lot of answers, but she refused to open all the cards in front of us. In response to our questions, she just smiled a mysterious smile. Time always has a role in our lives, she said, but did not specify exactly what role it plays in this story. We started trying to uncover this secret. Perhaps Anna came back for her own reasons, and we had to understand exactly what she was looking for in this secret. Maybe it was her way of finding closure or getting back something she had lost. However, we had to be careful. We decided to join forces and find answers to all our questions together. Sarah, having become our main analyst and researcher, continued to analyze every detail and connection in this mystery. She began to study the paper trails and correspondence that Mike had left, as well as related documents. We found that money is really connected with the history of a long-standing friendship. Mike, his old friend, and another friend were part of an incredible story. They planned to create their own business and invested money together. However, the events surrounding this friendship took an unexpected turn. An external force intervened in our investigations, betrayal became part of this story, and the money disappeared like grains of sand in our hands. With each piece of history that opened up, we realized that Mike carried a lot more secrets than we could have imagined. The disappearance of the money was just the tip of the iceberg in this incredible story. You never imagined that any of our friends could be connected with the disappearance of money and betrayal. Anna, however, was confusing us again. Suddenly, she claimed that she had not come for the money and that her intentions were not at all what we had assumed. Money is just part of the story, she said. I came to find the truth about our past life, about our family, and about our relationship. We couldn't understand why Anna was so insistent on not disclosing information about money to others. This was another mysterious aspect in this story, which only increased our curiosity. We promised Anna that we would not share this information with others until we understood the full depth of the story. Jake, Lisa, and Mike could not accept Anna's decision not to disclose information about money to others. We need to know the truth and figure out what to do with this money, Jake said with a note of determination in his voice. Lisa nodded in agreement and added, Our family history and our relationship are more important than hiding secrets. Mike, stunned by the turn of events, also joined their opinion. We cannot remain in the dark. This story affects us all, and we have the right to know the truth. Anna, however, remained steadfast in her position. She argued that unraveling the truth can bring pain and destroy what we have in the present. She insisted that we first need to investigate deeper aspects of our past before revealing secrets. This discussion created disagreements and tension within the family. We are faced with a choice between what seems to us to be morally right, to share information about money with others, and what seems important to Anna, to keep exclusively for our family. Finally, it was time to make a decision, and we had to put our feelings, relationships, and thirst for truth on the scales. Anna again raised the question of a secret that she did not want to reveal to others. "I'm offering you a deal," Anna said, looking at us with a searching look. "I will tell you the whole truth, but only on condition that you promise me not to disclose this information to others, so as not to harm any of us." We started discussing this deal. It was not an easy decision, and each of us felt that he would have to sacrifice something. But we also understood that the history of our family and the relationship between us stood above everything. Gradually, we came to an agreement. We realized that Anna was also part of this mysterious story and that she was looking for closure and understanding. We promised her that we would keep her secret and solve it together. Anna began to tell the story that we had been trying to solve for so long. Her words opened up new horizons and helped us to learn the truth about the past. Eventually, we realized that truth can be difficult and painful, but it can also unite family and friends. Her words were like a key opening the door to understanding what had happened. The story began many years ago, when we were still young and full of ambition. Mike, his old friend, and another close friend decided to create their own business. All of them invested their savings to make their dream come true. However, their path was not as smooth as they expected. The business began to face difficulties, financial problems began to accumulate, and they were on the verge of bankruptcy. It became a time of testing their friendship. A mysterious businessman appeared in their lives, who offered them a way out of a difficult situation. He promised to invest in their company and save it from collapse. They agreed to this deal, hoping for the best. However, this businessman turned out to be two-faced and treacherous. He used their money for his own purposes and then disappeared from their lives without leaving a single trace. This betrayal shocked and destroyed the friendship they valued so highly. Over time, they found out that this businessman was connected with organized crime, and he ran away to avoid punishment. The money they invested disappeared with it. At that moment, we realized that the money referred to in Mike's letter was part of this tragic story. Mike kept it a secret, so as not to damage the relationship in the family and to protect us from pain and disappointment. So the truth was revealed, and we learned what difficult trials our family and her friends had to go through. This story has become part of our family legend, reminding us of what is important in life: family, friendship, and the ability to overcome difficulties together. We learned the truth about the long-forgotten past, but the price of this discovery was high. It affected our feelings, relationships, and devotion to each other. The intrigue of this story continued to cover our conversations and thoughts. We wondered what other secrets might be hidden in our past and how it would affect our future. We realized that the truth can be painful, but it also gives us understanding and the opportunity to grow. The family remained close and harmonious despite all the trials and discoveries. We decided that it was important to keep the history we had learned in the family circle, so as not to repeat the mistakes of the past and learn from them. Our hearts remained filled with questions and unsolved puzzles, but we knew that it was part of life to solve mysteries, overcome difficulties, and keep our family together.